Hey, hey. Oh my god, my hair. My hair is so long. I didn't really check myself before I started the stream, so let me quickly fix this. And yeah, this kind of stuff is important. It's important to me. Hey, I hope you have a great day and welcome to a new game. Hulong. Souls-like. That's actually all I'm going to say about this. I know this game has like mixed critiques on Steam and everywhere, and some people say it's like like a bad Nioh 2, or it's like a bad Nioh and they don't really like it. They think Nioh is better. But I have to say, I mean, you can see my character is already standing there. I've played this game. I didn't really play this game. I played the demo. I completely finished the demo, which really, I had a blast playing the demo. It was really so much fun. I've missed playing those kind of games. And I gotta say, I don't really understand all the critics because I have a lot of fun with this game. And at first I was also, like, I was pretty reluctant. Like, I didn't know myself if I really wanted to play this game because it pretty much looked like a Sekiro ripoff. But when I tried this game, when I saw it in a video, I figured Sekiro is not the worst game. I really love Sekiro, so if there's a new developer giving me a new Sekiro, I will play this game. I know this game is not Nioh, it's not Sekiro, and I really like that. Even though some criticize about this game that it isn't as good as Nioh, which it definitely means in the end just that it isn't Nioh. If it's good or bad or as good as Nioh is completely subjective. But yeah, I just wanted to give this game a try. I played the demo. This is my demo character, and I learned a lot about this game already. I will restart the game. I haven't even seen the first cutscene completely yet. Like, I've already skipped that. I just wanted to get into the game and try it. But you have to understand, since I already played the demo, which is pretty much just the start of the game, I've already finished the first 3 boss fights. And I got a little strategy for my own. Since this game is way more like Sekiro than it is like Dark Souls, I figured, or when I played Elden Ring, I figured it's way more important to figure out your gear, your weapon, your level, and your equipment, beside from, of course, also learning the boss fights. But since this game is a lot more like Sekiro, I figured it's a lot more important to get a plan, to really get a gaming plan, to not that much vary on your equipment. Like, I will heavily, when I play the first section, like the intro section, I will heavily rely on one piece of equipment, and I will play so long. I will play the tutorial probably over and over again until I have this one piece of equipment that I direly need, because I figured it's the easiest way to do the first boss, which means I could take just the longest time in the intro scene. But yeah, I have a strategy, which I think is the most important part about those games, about those kind of games, even more important than your equipment and your level. And this game has a lot of cool mechanics, which I will talk about a little bit later. At first it can seem overwhelming, but you get into the game rather quickly, which I also pretty like, because it is complex, but it's so simple if you get it. So let's just get into it. And also, I know exactly what I want my character to look like. So I hope I won't spend as much time in the character customizations. I've never seen this. So exciting. I know it's about something like an elixir that makes people immortal.
The secret of the eternal path, a prize sought by the sovereigns of old.
Okay, stones.
Among
nice.
them was the first emperor of the Qin, who lusted for immortality. The result of his quest to obtain the forbidden medicine was a catastrophe. The elixir's power proved overwhelming.
You don't say. That never happened before.
In the years following the dynasty's demise, it continued to exert a shadowy influence on conflict and political machinations.
Oh no, politics, the worst kind
Many
of fear there
moons
is.
pass, and the Han Empire faces its final days. In these dark times, Elixir once again threatens to become the catalyst that awakens the dragons lying dormant across our land.
Dragons. Why do all of those games are about Why is it always about dragons and what?
Bear witness
Okay.
to the power of your younger brother. The world shall soon bask in the majesty of the Yellow Heaven. Bring prosperity for all.
I already don't like that they are called Yellow Heaven. It just seems they are really having a quality time on the toilet. Oh, there's the younger brother, I guess. Oh no. Oh come on, you don't have to be that way. And there she comes. Or he comes, or they come.
Militia soldiers!
One person can actually fight back. Sorry guy. Oh god. Yeah. I shouldn't act so startled about all of this. It's war. I am actually kind of fond of the idea that this game depicts war as it is. Brutal, cruel, the innocent gets to suffer the most almost. And no one is happy with it. Except for the boss. Oh, I couldn't even make jokes about how the game is ending now and that's it. I mean, it was a little bit short, but it was really cool. I get what all the hype is about. Dead. And we are still alive.
Thank you for saving me.
No problem, dude.
I'm glad you've recovered from your injuries.
I guess you are the one responsible for that. The blindfolded guy will be our partner for the first.
You, bearer of the eternal elixir field.
Okay. I guess he's talking about the blindfolded guy. Okay. Like I said, I already have created the character I want to play. It will be a little bit classic. Okay, that's it. That's the character. Let's get into the game. You are about to leave character. Do you wish to proceed? You can change the appearance later on in the game. Yes, I wish to proceed. It's so funny. That's actually the third time that I created this specific character.
Finally,
You should.
after all this time, my wish has been fulfilled.
Do you have dry lips, my dude?
As long as we have you, victory is still possible. Consider that a talisman of protection.
I just
It may
died.
just save your life one day.
I just died in front of you, and you are saying as long as we have me,
I
we
cannot
could
allow this travesty to
be
continue.
victorious.
Let us depart.
Yeah, of course. Lead the way. I completely trust you. You kind of saved my life. Now that I look at her face again, it's kind of wondrous that he trusts me. That he even saved me in the first place.
I'm sure it will prove useful. It's a medicine created from refined chi. With it,
Thanks.
you can heal most wounds.
Okay, I directly have equipped. I should pretend like I don't know the tutorial in and out at this point. Maybe I don't know it in and out, but I know most things by now. Like I said, I've played this quite a bit. There's our first enemy. But this is more important for me. Here's our first item. And just by the way, just because I said that I've already played this, it doesn't mean that I am necessarily good at it.
Impressive. I knew I was.
I just know the controlling stuff already. So, next. And I know how you have to fight the fights, what the fighting system is like. Because you don't have any kind of stamina, you don't have any limitations on your spells. You will get spells later on in the game. But you don't have really any limitations. Everything you do comes from fighting. You see this little jigsaw bar underneath our green health bar in the middle of the screen? Like, it fills up every time I dodge. And if it fills up completely, the enemy is able to break my stance. If I use special attacks, the bar fills up a lot. And if I use heavy attacks, also the bar fills up a lot. But every time I do normal attacks against an enemy, the bar fills up in the different direction, which is really cool. Also, every time I do a well done counter, the bar also fills up, and you see it fills up blue. And that actually makes my attack more powerful. And I think that's the most important part of the game. To like balance out how you get the bar in the blue part, and I know that this actually could come in handy later, but it's just a shortcut if you die in the beginning, I think. Yeah, but if the game is really just about balancing out your normal attacks, your heavy attacks, your special attacks, and of course all the enemies also have this bar, and I totally forgot what it's called, and
Underestimating an enemy with high morale is certain to end badly for you.
Morale is also something that I want to talk about a little bit later on. Right now I'm really just focused on getting through the tutorial once as quickly as possible, because like I said, we are going to run through it a lot more times. But yeah. Morale is actually the main thing I like about this game almost. Oh, can I pull out? No, I can't. And I hate those guys. They are a little bit stronger than I am. But you see, they have also the orange and the blue bar. And most of the times with the enemies it fills up orange. But they can also really take you out. They can also fill up their blue bar if they do normal attacks on you.
This was the village elder's residence. This is barbaric. So the yellow turbans won't even stay their swords for the elderly.
Well, to be honest, they're killing everyone. Don't expect any kind of exceptions. I mean, look around. They burned this whole place down. They are literally people hanging from the trees there. What would make you think that they would spare anyone? But yeah. Ooh, critical hits. This is actually really important. But I will talk about this later on as well.
The yellow turbans were mostly peasants who suffered from political corruption and natural disasters. Yet, bandits that prey on others were also weak. Whatever could have changed them to this extent, I wonder.
You said it yourself. Corruption, money, politics, the promise of a better land. Those kind of stuff changes people. Okay. First save point. I would imagine we will return to this point later. But yeah. Nice, I got a few points. However, there are a lot of mechanics I will talk later a little bit about, because, like I said, I will run through this place a lot of times, probably. Yeah, he just warned me about the fire, which is actually kind of funny. When I played the demo, my enemies would casually run into the fire and then just die directly, which is nice.
We shall have to find another way around.
Oh, he's talking about the bridge. Yeah. Oh, the stairs. Yeah, but this is mainly the reason why I want to explain a little bit of stuff later on. Because right now, maybe with the first go, I should focus a little bit more on the story and what he is saying and everything. Even though I'm pretty much rushing through, so... I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, here comes the first difficult scene if you don't know what you are up to. If you do it like this, it's quite easy. I know I got hit, but that hardly matters anymore. Oh, I got better armor. Oh, I don't need that yet. I will equip better armor eventually, but this game also has...
I ended up in this village after fleeing from the brutalities of war. My father, who worked for the government, passed away, and I became separated from the rest of my family. I long for the day when I can find them, and we can be together once more.
I understand why you want to be back with your family, but I might dare to say that running away, that fleeing from war didn't really work out for you that well. Leveling up. The level up system in this game is also pretty cool. It's not as tight and not as intense, I might say, as leveling up in Dark Souls or Elden Ring. Because every time you level up, you actually get more HP. So that's one thing you don't really need to worry about. And leveling up doesn't mean that much. Like, you can't really mess up the way you skill. Like, it is, of course, if you want to have special builds, you still want to level up in a certain way, but it's not that important. You can see on the right side of the screen, everything that's covered in green now is the one stats that will improve with me leveling up. And now it's all the stats that are in red, all the stats that are brown. And you have also a weapon scaling, which is not really that important right now, but which will be important later. But because I already know for which weapon or for which build or for which playstyle I want to go, I can say to you directly that the first thing I want is Earth, because it gives me max equipment load, which I'm going to need later, and it will give me one special spell. And I want one wood, but later on I'm going to focus on fire and water mainly. Like I said, it may be happening that I'm going through this tutorial area a lot of times, so I will be leveling up a lot already in here. And I will level up those eventually, but first of all, wood and earth is most important, because which element you scale is also important for which kind of magic you can use. Yeah, the following feature has been locked: wizard spells. Now I can use magic. And I only can equip magic from whichever element I have skilled. Like you can see, I am on wood. Down here, where my cursor is, you can see how my scaling is on every spell. And now on the right side of the screen, you can see what the requirements for all the spells are. And my first spell that I want is actually on earth, which you can see on the right side directly below me. I need level 2 on earth here, and it's an enhanced defense. It's like just magic to boost myself. So I want that. Hey, more few points. But later on I might also switch to spells from water and fire, since I said this is the main... those are the main sets that I want to level up in the beginning at least. Of course I need to set them. Yeah. Don't need this tutorial.
Your caliber shall have little difficulty mastering wizardry spells.
Aw, you are such delightful. You are giving compliments to me left and right. Yeah.
Things found their way here.
And now everything in Souls-like, in every Souls-like game there has to be some kind of demons and zombies.
We've done well to get this far. It's not over yet.
Yes. Once we rid this area of enemies, might we be able to stop by my house? There's something I wish to give you as thanks.
Might we stop by at my house after we've gotten rid of all of the enemies? He's like, he seems like he wants to take me out for coffee after work. No! Damn it! But now comes the enemy I'm afraid of. I don't know what's about this guy, but he's capable of taking me out way too well. And it's actually pretty mean that they are giving you the tutorial on how to use martial arts, which are like special attacks now. But that's really mean, because this guy, if you use the special attack that you have on the sword, he will just dodge you. Damn it! Can never do this right with this guy. Why do we have to be like this?
I'll protect you from further harm. Tend to your wounds while you can.
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
You're hurt. Stay behind me, please. I get the feeling that you are destined for greatness. We shall find out soon enough.
Destined for great things. You are funny. I completely reacted wrong to this guy. You can do way better against him. I don't know why, but this guy just has my number. However, if you use a special attack, you will probably just get hit directly, because he dodges your attacks, which makes him way meaner than he actually needs to be. Okay, now you. And you see, if I use a spell, my stance bar, I will call it, really drops, but it doesn't cost me anything else to use this spell. Perfect! Finally! I managed to counter this guy. I'm probably going to kill this guy many more times. So just bear with me right now. First, the archer. Unfortunately, I don't really have a ranged attack yet. But I will get those. I will get those. Okay, last 2 enemies of the tutorial before the first boss fight. Easy enough. Oh yeah.
A formidable opponent, no doubt.
I said last 2 enemies. I totally kind of forgot about this guy. Hello. Want to fight me? Damn it. I'm so bad at reacting to him right now. But you see, also when I use a special attack like this one, the martial art, it doesn't really cost me anything, it just costs me stance. And I don't want my stance to be broken, I really do not. Okay. This is almost everything the tutorial, the first area in here, has to offer. And now you can see we have the fortitude rank increased to 10. Yeah, I hope so too, but probably, maybe they won't. But you see, I have the fortitude rank at stage 10, which is directly here. Oh, I'm quite noticing one thing right now. I think I will put my camera to the other side. But yeah, now the farming part begins, but because first of all, I haven't seen everything I can see in the tutorial area yet. And also I haven't gotten everything that I want out of the tutorial area yet. And this might take some time. And just by the way, I did one mistake just now, which is if you press cycle, which is like your dodge, you can see I dodge a little bit. Pressing cycle 2 times is a real dodge, but it's most importantly it's a deflect. It's like the parry from Sekiro. You have to use it against enemy attacks, and I really like this style, like just dodging once, and it's one fits all approach. Like, however, it doesn't matter how the enemy is going to attack you, you can always just do that, even on critical attacks. I really like this. What was I going to talk about? I completely forgot what I was going to, where I was going to go with that. But yeah, I just like this feature that you have this one fits all approach. Maybe now I could also just talk about this whole moral thing, because you can see my moral rank is rising every time I do a kill. Every time I fight with someone and kill someone, my moral rank, which is like above my green health bar in the down middle of the screen, which is like this round thing with a 13 around it, I want this to be high up. The only way to get this high up is by killing people. You can like buy level ups, or maybe there will be a function how to level this up later, but I'm not going to talk about this now. But the whole fight in this game are about this moral rank. They determine how much damage you do, or they are one factor that determines how much damage you do, and they also determine how much damage you take. So it's always pretty advised to have this as high as possible. And the fortitude rank that you can see, like the arrow with the cycle around it with test 10, I talked about earlier how this is very important, and it is really important, because if you die you lose all your moral, but if you have a high fortitude rank you don't lose everything, you just lose everything until you reach that number. Like in my case, if I would die now, I would lose everything. Don't push me into the fire. I will push you into the fire. He's burning. Damn it. That was bad. I shouldn't have attacked him. I should have waited for his actions. But yeah, this is why the fortitude rank is important, and this is why I also played through the intro rather quickly. Because now I have... like when I got to the last checkpoint I had a moral of 8. And then because my fortitude rank leveled up by getting the next chain point, by getting the next save point, I directly had a fortitude rank of 10. So I also had 10 moral. Can I level up? I can. More points in fire. I think as long as I have this weapon, which is actually the main thing I want to go for, I want a special weapon, which is the reason why I'm farming this area right now. But as long as I don't have that yet, leveling up fire will be the most useful. Yeah, but now about the special attacks. You can actually you can also see it right now. If I do a jump attack on this guy, he doesn't lose a fortitude rank, which is interesting. He should have lost one, maybe because he died instantly. But every time you do a special attack on an enemy, he actually loses moral. But every time one of your enemies does a special attack on you, you as well lose a little bit of your moral. Which is why this guy is so dangerous, and which is why it was so bad that before I took his critical hits, 2 of his critical hits, because I explained it to you. Moral is what you need in this game. And knowing that the enemy has an attack that can get rid of your moral is really dangerous. I mean, at the same time, you have attacks that get rid of the enemy moral, but it's not really the same, you know? To get you well prepared for the game, in this tutorial there's of course a section which is a little bit tougher than other sections, like which you are not necessarily supposed to be able to do on your first playthrough. But through this whole moral thing... Damn it. Through you being able to level up like this just through killing, I hate this. Sneak attack. Now you can see through the sneak attack he actually lost a little bit of his moral, which if he would have survived, which would have proven him to be a big disadvantage. Actually I want a moral of at least 20 before I go further. And I think the max level of moral you can have in the tutorial is 25. So by the time I have the weapon that I actually need, I will have that. Like, I'm pretty confident I will be at moral of 25, like the strongest that I can be once I go into the first boss fight. Which I'm not just doing because then the boss fight will be the easiest as possible. But like I said, I also want this weapon. Okay. Moral level of 20. Now let's go. And this will be really easy now, probably, if I don't mess it up. So this is actually a scene that is way more difficult. If you play it right, you see this big tiger. This is actually a fierceful enemy. When I fought him the first time when I played the demo on my own, I think I fought him for like 3 seconds and after that I was dead. I can fight him like a true man a little bit longer by now. But why would I if I can also just do a sneaky one? You see, he's almost dead. Easy enough. And he gives me nice pants. He can also give me other stuff. So if I'm going to do farm runs from now on anyway, like I've been doing for the last couple of seconds, I will probably just farm this tiger as well. I mean, he's surely the one who gives me the most amount of money, and
I sense that something valuable lies around
you sense.
here. A fine piece, I take it?
Yep.
The action tells me.
Lieutenant General Gleaves, which I'm not going to wear because they are way too heavy. I'm already a little bit too heavy for my liking, but I will get armor later on, which is better. Not in the tutorial. I think in the tutorial it would actually be kind of useful to be a little bit more tanky. But not right now, not as long as I'm just farming.
Violence.
Remember how you said to me that you came here to escape war? Didn't really work out for you that well, did it now?
There's just something about that insect that makes my skin crawl. Their swarm is like a terrible dark cloud that consumes the world around us.
You're blind. You don't see dark clouds. But now we have seen everything from the tutorial. I really just need my last weapon now. Oh, one hit. And I really kind of like that skilling or like farming has not just stuff to do with leveling up, but with this like moral rank that you have. Like I could lose my entire moral if I just die against one guy. I mean, I would still keep 10, but when I die I lose like half of my points I need to level up my elements, and I lose like all my moral except for my fortitude rank, which is 10. And I only get it back once I defeated the enemy. So if I die against the enemy, which killed me before when I had so much more moral, I will just lose it. Which is official seal? Can I even? Oh, it's nice. It's a little accessory or accessoire. So yeah, I kind of like that you have several ways on how to level up, on how to farm, on how to get strong at the game. And you can also just lose it every second. Maybe I will demonstrate it to you sometime when I mess up actually sneaking around the lion. But he's actually really fun to fight. Difficult, but really fun. Because he's kind of like... He's kind of like a long-armed centipede, the long-armed centipede from Sekiro. He attacks me in a succession. No. Oh no, not yet. Careful there, dude. Okay. Why is he not doing the fun attack? And why is he just letting himself burn to the ground? I messed it up, but I didn't even get to show you the attack. That was the worst possible outcome. Bye. Thanks. By the time I get the option to sell stuff, to sell all of the stuff that I just got, I will be so rich. And also, this is not Dark Souls. If I sell stuff, it doesn't give me the same points as I need to buy a level up. Like, the things I need, the G for leveling up, is not the same as the currency in this game. You will see it now. If you pay attention, at the bottom left-hand corner there it says 8,890. This is my current level up points. And now if I kill this guy, you see 24,000 underneath that. This is the currency I need to sell and buy stuff and also to upgrade my weapons and such. Which is kind of a nice exchange that for once, if you are a Dark Souls or yeah, if you are a From Software player, that for once you don't really have to worry about if you want to level up or buy one thing. But you can actually do both. I so do have to play Neo after this. But like I said earlier, for now I'm pretty much a fan that this game has a Chinese setting. I hate everything. And not always just like a Japanese setting, as almost every other game has. This is the attack I wanted to dodge! This is the attack that I wanted from him. And now he's doing it on my partner. Great stuff. Ouch. Last guy. The finish line. If it will be this guy, my starting point and finish line, who in the end ends up giving me the weapon, I would be impressed. Wrong move, my dude. Wrong move. Also, not giving me the weapon that I want is the wrong move. Until I get it, those guys have to die, or are die. I'm going to die over and 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 over again. So I finally get it. The blindfolded guy asked me to get by his house after we are done finishing all the enemies in the area. I'm making a good effort to really finishing all the enemies in the entire world right now. Like I would be interested what my body count right now is. There they are! I got them really from the last guy. I talked about it earlier. I said that it would be so funny that this I called him my finish line. He really gave me the weapons. That's amazing. Finally, bronze dual sword. They do less damage. They do have less base attack. They do have a lower deflect difficulty. But my god, they are the best weapon I want. They are the only weapon I want. Okay, you. This is why I wanted those weapons so badly. They are just so much fun to play. Yes, they do less damage, but they are also way faster. And the one special part why I wanted those weapons out of every other weapon is because of the special attack. But for this first boss,
Do be careful.
I spent like 2 hours just roaming through the tutorial area to get the weapons, so I am careful. This is the most careful I can be, and the graphics of this game aren't the best. Like really, this is supposed to be a flower field, which you can see in other games like the end of Sekiro and so on. But it really looks
Dogs
a
of
little
the
bit...
Han Court, are you?
I don't know what the Han Court is. But I know that you are slaughtering innocent
Any who
people.
oppose us shall know only the end of our blades.
You thought that this was a cool
I'll
line?
crush you like the vermin you are.
Nope. This is why I love those weapons so much. And you can see I don't have any kind of stamina, so I can just wail on this dude so much.
Don't get so cocky.
We can't let our guard down, even now.
Even though I don't do the most amount of damage, to be honest. Damn it. He don't really get often attacks on me. Is he doing? Yep. That was that I got the second hit was
Damn it!
unlucky.
What is that power?
Double sword, my guy.
I, General of Man, brother of the Great great sage mentor!
Good appetite.
I shall not betray my brother's trust!
You should be careful with this stuff, my guy. That's kind of mean. The other guy is blind. He couldn't dodge. Let's go. Now the real battle begins. Ah, damn it. I actually should bait out one special attack. And that's not it. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing right now. This is the one. At least the all-rounding attacks don't really do damage. And I got him another time. Oh my god, this guy is so down. Unleash the power within the medallion. First try! Well, that doesn't really count since I've defeated him before. And I'm really overpowered. And the dual swords are really broken. I love them. Bye bye! You didn't even see my hand. Bye bye! You alright, bro?
You fought very well.
Thanks.
Now, the village is safe.
By my hand.
Why are you...
You shall die!
Where did he come from? Great voice acting in the game, by the way.
Ying Long, every bit as strong as the rumors say.
Yeah, I hate this. Just don't do that. Just don't be strange. Just don't be like that. Hey, that's my dragon. Bye. I guess this was like the essence proximity field, what he talked about earlier. He was talking about the blindfolded guy, not about me, I guess.